on kind of the same topic as the gymnastics things, I mean, I wanted to get your view. A few people have asked, like, what are you up to now? One of the main things you're doing is commentating, announcing, doing a lot of live TV broadcasting. And so you're familiar with these big contests and everything. And, you know, I've been working a bit with the air and style guys on some things. And, I mean, what are your thoughts on the next Olympics that's going to have big air as, you know, as a discipline? Slopestyle, even though they are kind of just still doing like a double to a triple, but with big air, it's one jump, one try, and it will top three. It's either going to be 3 triples or 3 quads, or like a quad and 2 triples or something. But do you think that you know is good or bad, or is it just kind of what it is and we go along with it?
You know, you can't get in the way of progression, no matter, and you don't want to get left behind in your thinking. I mean, I think the older, you know, as we get older, we still pine for the nostalgia that is the clean backside 5.
Right.
And it'll never go away. And I think a lot of people, that's one of the first tricks you learn. It's one of the first tricks you make look good. So, of course, everyone's going to have an attachment to like that or the method or just doing frontside 360 good.
Right.
The fact that, you know, Yuki Kadono is doing switch triple backside 16s.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't even, like, I do this for a living and I sit there and I have to watch so carefully. Like, it comes with it that you actually, like, your brain just kind of comprehends what's going on in the air, and a number comes up because it's math. I'm doing math in the booth. Right. And it's really hard to differentiate one person's switch backside triple cork 1620 from another one. Right. And so with that, I mean, my personal opinion would be that I would like to see doubles are happening now. No problem. Right. Everyone has doubles. They can throw doubles off the knuckle of a jump. Yeah. If you can do a double that easy, then there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to stall a double and tweak it out. Right. And that's where we're going to start to see weird, different. And that's like Peter and like these people that took the tricks that were already being done and just added their flair to it. There's not a lot of personal flair going on. Right. It's math. It's who's going to do the math in the air and get their landing gear out. Right. So I just want to see a little bit more variety. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And like I was saying, like you go to, you know, you're doing the air and style stuff, Sean's contest, and Yuki does a 1620, McMorris does a, you know, triple 16, and then Sven Thorgren does a method. Right. And holds that sucker to the bottom of the jump and lets go, and the crowd goes ape shit. Right. Why? Right. You know, and it's because snowboarding in its raw sense, you want to look as beautiful in the air as you possibly can, and looking like you're a fucking flying Cuisinart isn't that rad sometimes. Right. So there's got to be a balance of it, and that's why I think like some of the contests where you're only allowed to do the one hyper technical, and you've got to work your way up to qualifying for the hyper technical by doing the basics really well. Right. Style at air and style. Yeah. So I think it was actually this year that I think it was Kyle Mack who did. I'm thinking it was a backside double cork, but after the first one, you grabbed Japan and whacked it out, and then kept going, and that was like everyone was tripping. I mean, it might have even been a triple cork. If I don't. It was gnarly. I know exactly what you're talking about. It could have been a triple cork. The gnarliest trick that I saw last year was, I forget who it was. It was one of the Norwegian board lords that did it. It's a backside 360 with a full extended method at the end of it. Do you remember who that was? Maybe like Alec Ostrong or... It was one of or Stale. Yeah, it was Stale. Stale, it's that board control where it's a full back 3 and then just snapping and holding into a method. Yeah. And then there was another kid who did, basically it was like almost like a Barrett roll. It was kind of like like not a backside 540, but like a Misty with a method at the end of it. Like that kind of stuff is so creative and taking what we already have and building off of that. And I think that's... in a lot of ways, that's more technical. Yeah. Well, Haldor just did a... Oh, I saw that. Like, it's like a back 5, and then he brings it to 360. It's like a rewind. Yeah. Backside 540, rewind to 360. So crazy. And it is crazy, and that's where like things just start to get hot and heavy, where the style part comes in, where people don't realize that a backside 540 with a 180 rewind, the consequences are just as gnarly as if you're coming out of a triple, because you're just ready to neck whip on hooking up your edge. So. Yeah.